Hi, YouTube fans. This is Matt, a post-April 6th of YouTube channel, and I just added some sweet creamery by Laird to see how it tastes. And I added another spoonful after I paused and added the second spoonful. And let's give it another taste. A little different, but it's got a different, nice flavor. This is my delicious Din Din Sunday Braised. Yeah. This stuff tastes really good. In fact, let me show you who's with me. My beautiful sidekick, Isabella. See? Okay, I'll put you back down. And with the beef, there is this delicious vegetable. See? Good. This is good, not ground beef, but I would assume ribeye roast or something like that, or possibly beef brisket, with some really good gravy or beef broth. And here's another spoonful. Okay. Now let me try this. Mashed potatoes. Oh man! This isn't an act. It's a fact. Oh! Very good stuff. See, there's the mashed potatoes, and there is the braised beef. This is fun. July 3rd, 2026, 250 years after the United States became a country. It officially became the United States. Now I had another sip of that Laird stuff. I don't know whether I want to keep this or not, because if I don't like it, I just take it back to the store, get a merchandise credit, go buy something else. Over and done with. So let me try some more of these carrots. Yum! Okay, a little more beef with some carrot. Okay, let me formulate the fork so I'm holding it properly. Yep, my kitty is sitting right next to me. In fact, I'll prove it just a second. There she is. Hi, sweetie. Yeah. You're having fun watching me eat this stuff, aren't you? You're a good kitty. Well, sorry, the camera's a little bit lopsided. In fact, let me make an adjustment. Okay, that's the best I can do. I'm enjoying this. And when I'm not talking too much is because I'm doing all the eating. This is good. Now let's see if the gravy will show up. Sorry, I tip it that way, it's going to spill. It's going to spill right off my spoon. Okay. There's more to eat. Yeah, my sweet kitty is right over here, sitting in a nice kitty cat posture. I don't want to take the camera out because that might make her upset. Huh. I don't know if it's just because this food right here tastes so good, but I took another sip of the coffee and the coffee tastes good. Funny, isn't it? These have got to be the best mashed potatoes I've ever had. I love it. Even my kitty's looking at me with her ears perked up. In fact, hold on a sec. There you are. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, here. I'll give you a nice little chin rub. Yeah, she's behaving pretty well. Sorry, this is so good, I just can't help but going, oh, as many times as I am. Sorry, my face is itching, just a sec. Okay, I pause and wipe my face down a bit. Well, let's take a little bit of this and rub a little bit of that in there. See, what little gravy was left, I mixed it together like that. See how that tastes. Not bad, just a little funny. The coffee's tasting better. I think it has more to do with this than with what's inside this coffee mug. Yum, 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 yum. Almost finished. This is really, really a unique, one-of-a-kind, I want to say once in a lifetime, but almost once in a lifetime. Wonderful experience. This really is. Even though a lot of that, I guess it would be called not glaze. I don't know if it's glaze, but it's a buttery liquid. Kind of like top. I want to say additive, but it'd be more like topping. You know, potato topping. In this case, it'd be mashed potato topping. Okay, that's the last spoonful. No, I take it back. That's the last spoonful. Yep, my buddy's right here. And I'm petting her and she's just loving it. Yeah, I think I came home at a good time because it's starting to look outside like it's going to rain. Now, with the way the weather has been here in Colorado, oh good, excuse me, I'm burping again. It'll start to act like it's going to rain, and then I don't. Or, it'll start to act to rain, it'll rain really lightly for like a minute, and then it'll stop. And sometimes, this happened, probably about 2 weeks ago by now. It was raining pretty heavy outside. It was rain and hail, and it was really coming down. Yeah, the ground was soaking wet. It really was. And at the time that it rained, I wasn't home inside, just looking outside my window behind me. I was at work in the front end, and you know there's big windows right by there. You know, by the front of the store, and I was, as the old saying goes, from the inside looking out, not from the outside looking in. And even though it was dark outside, there'd be no doubt in your mind it was raining. Had another sip of the coffee. Different. But it's still got a little bit of that black coffee taste to it. It doesn't add enough creamery or coffee cream to give it the right even consistency. The nice flavor you're looking for with cream and sugar in coffee. Okay, I messed with the tripod a little bit so you can see my face up close a little better, and it's not, you see my whole face, but there's more up here from here up. So now you can see my face better, and my appearance or my likeness is more enhanced. I'll try to add a image of what I just bought, but if I can't, then I'll go ahead and just talk about it anyway. What I purchased on eBay, it was a little more than $24, $24 and change, was a coffee mug with the promotional photos for one of the best movies ever made. If it isn't in the top 10, it's definitely in the top 100. And it was made 55 years ago and was released in December of 1970. I'm referring to Dirty Harry. Yeah, that's where Clint Eastwood always has that big .44 Magnum Smith & Wesson Model 29 with an 8-inch barrel, and he could go and blow all the psychos away, and he never wears a bulletproof vest because that .44 Magnum will stop him just like that. Yeah, the other thing, the one thing that I really liked about that movie, I better be careful how I talk about this, was the scene where Chico Gonzalez, the newly appointed or newly assigned inspector to Inspector Harry Callahan. They were driving around looking for a person who had the image or description of the Scorpio Killer. And when they're driving along, they're both looking really closely because, you know, Chico knows, you know, I better really watch things like a hawk, or he's gonna put me down and he's gonna really chew me out and talk down to me in a way that's going to be pretty hurtful, or, you know, heavily scold me. So he's looking and he's looking and he's looking, and he says, there. He says, what? He says, tan suitcase right there, or something to that effect. He says, do you see him? And he says, I don't know. You know, this is what Callahan says. He says, I don't know. I haven't seen the son of a bitch yet. And they keep looking, and then he says, I saw him. I know it was. And he goes, there he is, right over there, or, you know, pointed some way to that effect. He says, okay, I see him. And what they do is they know where the way he walked in or turned in to some apartments, and then they get out, and he gets out his gun and he starts looking like this with his gun pointed, and he says, I'll go up this way and you go around the back way. Chico Gonzalez has to go around the back way, and then he looks up at there and he sees the guy for a split second. So he gets up on top of a trash can, and he's standing there and he's looking and he's looking, and then he gets pulled off by, you know, his leg gets pulled off, and these four guys go up to him and says, you lousy peeping Tom, you getting an eyeful, you goddamn pyock, and they're smacking him around. And he says, you know, and he goes, pop, and he pips, and one of the old guys pops him in the face, and Chico goes, pop. He goes, pop. All right, hold it. He says, you up against the wall. And then they talk back and forth, and what you see as Hot Mary is pulling down her the blinds so she can have privacy is her big breasts. I'm not gonna lie to you, that really turned me on, even though that girl is full figured. And that lady now, in fact, I'm gonna go do a check. Okay, I just did an extensive check on the actress. Her name is LOIS FORAKER. She is 80 years old. She was born in 1946, and she does still live in Los Angeles, but her address, I really better not say it. I really better not. She lives in in Los Angeles, the city, not LA Metro, Los Angeles. Okay, so she has been in a few episodes of MASH, the TV series, and even though it's uncredited, I clearly remember her seeing her as a housekeeper, or what would be a hotel maid, in an episode of Simon and Simon. Yeah, because see, Simon and Simon is a really good police drama, private detective action drama sleuth type TV series to see, because Joe McCraney, who played Rick Simon, and Jameson Parker, who played AJ Simon, are very, very good actors. I mean, they really keep you holding on and paying attention to every little thing to the last second, because sometimes the situation they're in, they come about this close to getting killed. Yeah. Because they're in some ugly, ugly things. Some really scary situations. High risk, you know what I mean? The acting that Lois FORAKER has done recently, I don't think it's much of anything, because roughly around 1992, I think it was. I couldn't be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's 1992. She was involved in. She played one part in either a movie or a TV episode, and then she pretty much after that, I think she just got tired of it, and she went into retirement, is what I would assume. Or she got involved in something else. What that something else is, I don't know. Because even though I'm pretty sure there's a Wikipedia profile about her, what she did, after 1992, nobody knows except her or somebody else who's like very good friends with her. And I think she's a good actress. I really do. She plays a good, average, normal lady who's level-headed and good-natured, good-mannered, and is a kind person. And she is, heavy set, but she's, she looks like a nice housewife or a nice average female. Is she a supermodel? No. But is she ugly? No. No, she's pretty. And it's a maybe, but I think she had a part. I'm referring to Lois FORAKER. I think she had a part in the movie Sister Act. I think she was in the choir, or, part of the singing nuns or whatever it was. I've never seen the movie Sister Act, but I hear it's a pretty entertaining movie, and one of these days I'll see it. And, well, that's about it about the movie Dirty Harry and about FORAKER. So, I'm going to enjoy the 4th of July tomorrow. I have to work a early shift tomorrow. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. I just hope I don't have some peeping Tom following me around. I'll work a 10:15 to 3:15 shift, and then I'm going to go home. And I'm probably going to need to take a nap. because I bet you I'll be busy tomorrow because it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everyone. And it's time for me to go now. The vlog is over. Thank you again. Goodbye, and God bless America.